Before we're gonna be playing back to Roseskill Sandbox, but I'm not pretty sure that I have just changed the internet since that morning. So yesterday I have changed the internet for whatsoever that I didn't realize it's may not actually going to be working for this time as well because that I just eventually changed it yesterday. So today we're gonna be playing Sand Patch by Searchlight Studios. But I'm not believing for to do this that I just going to be started to play for around here. Before I'll play for this thing as well, I have just absolutely seen the new loading screen for this one, but I'm not very sure. The Roblox startup has just changed into Bifront support for this time as well. It was back in the day because that eventually did this for a little bit for one thing as well. So let's see if I get banned from Roblox that I'm gonna be ready for around here. So this doesn't actually going to get around here to start around here, so I have started to play Sand Patch, and this should actually going to load too many assets around here. So this is not quite fully possible to load anything up. So well, let's just get around here for the free land to take a good old style for just a little bit for that one. So I'm gonna give it a like, and I'll be ready to play for this game sooner. So once I just spawned and probably getting away from myself, away from copyright music from the original soundtrack of Roblox, but I definitely found something that wasn't going to be it as well. I have definitely saw the most like these things as well. I really think the train got derailed. Everything fell off. So I would not able to say I gotta get rid of one of these trains derailed. So this is absolutely for some kind of the worst things that they thought. We would absolutely gonna be trying to delete anything around here, so I accidentally drive the train. So I was able to jump out and stepping into the driver's seat. I'm not very sure. This is not going to get around here for the reverse. So this sounds like the bad news that I wasn't able to turn off myself as well. So there were derailed trains around here in this area, and so there must be rain effects over here. So since that was probably raining that night, but I would not think that I would be able to get as fast as possible, accidentally landed on the water on the riverside. Oh no, I have ended up into some kind of like this place like that. So I may eventually unable to get up right here. So this is not that even possible. So I have decided to teleport something, away we go. So we have for multiple yards that you're gonna spawn something. So I wasn't able to jump back up. So this is too late to do this as well. So I gotta go to the Game Pass yards instead of the Cucumber Land Park for just like that one. So I would not absolutely going to build something like that. I'm not going to add something from the Game Pass as well. So looks like I don't have any currencies around here in Roblox, and most of them I'm right here in Cucumber Yard, or the Cumberland Yard that I'm not very sure. So let's get back into the Ellersville. So which means I didn't eventually go to spawn around here, just I wasn't going to get around here. So what about the Handyman, Pennsylvania? So there aren't absolutely going to be any teleports. So where is the current teleport that I just absolutely found out? But unfortunately, the main yard wasn't going to be found as well. So, you may reset the character if you headed all the way back into the current spawn that you have came for. So, there are so many trees that I'm unable to pass them. So, this is absolutely too many details that I just gotta find all the way back home that I won't able to find to drive trains all the way back home where I just gotta came from. So, I'm not very sure that we're going to head back into this whole thing. Well, it's just a road running of this thing as well, so it's not just like a superhero for this thing. So, I'll be getting around here to find all the way back home. So, I don't get it around here, so I was lost onto the woods. And once the rain has stopped, I have respawned into the Roblox news channel station around here. So I definitely not very sure. I cannot able to spawn a locomotive for this time. But looks like that must be for multiple derailed locomotives over here. So it must be the Western Maryland locomotive. I would not able to go there for that time as well, so I haven't decided to delete the train. So I will get around inside of that train, the train's cab of course. So I accidentally jump all over higher things, or I'm not sure. This is not very a little bit for one thing. So I'm gonna get back into the cab. So that wouldn't let me drive for just like that time. So I'm at the cab and I'm at the driver's seat, just like that. So I would not absolutely going to delete the entire locomotive as well, so let's just probably to delete the entire train. So that doesn't actually going to work. So alright, this is not even a little bit good. And I'm unable to delete the train. So, I'm going to head all the way back into this full throttle. And this is not actually going to get a little bit good running for just like that. So, I have pulled away for forward. And I'm unable to latch down for this time as well, so I'm unable to delete the train itself. I unlock the brakes, and what about the horn test? Yeah, but it definitely sounds like a truck horn. So this won't able to delete that train. So this is absolutely very bad news of this thing as well. I have jumped out of the train and I'll let the train goes derail for this time. So this is not actually going to be that fun. So I'll be going to get there around here as fast as possible. So I will decouple that train and I'll let go of that thing as well, but the bad news is it's not going to work. But it's eventually going to get work for just about here. I'm not sure. I uncoupled for this thing as well, so I just let things going to get into trouble. And since that the bad news is, this will be derailed at the same mistake that I just did. So I'll be switching lanes as of this one. I'm very sure that the locomotive is going to be coming around here shortly. And I'll be switching right over here for the next lane over here. But I'm not sure the locomotive is also derailed. And this sounds like a bad news as well. So I can't able to spawn trains. But if I gotta be pressing the tab button, Looks like the players as only have left around here for this one, so I better not able to be playing this again until I'm gonna be finding someone's server. Thus, it could cost 35 Robux for the game's currency around here, but I'm probably not think I should not able to go to the private server because it's actually still here that I'm going to spawn from any locomotive that I just going to do. So, I'm going to be spawning for something else instead of the game passes as well. So I gotta look down for this thing as well. I'm going to be spawning for one of these trains. Instead of the game passes is actually going to be something it as well. So is this going to be actually resulting for a game pass as well? So I definitely going to spawn. It is not actually going to work. If this is absolutely going to be for the color red for just about here, so this requires a group or a game pass. So the regular trains that should actually spawn for this one, that should not actually going to deny itself. So I'll be added for something for a little bit for this one. So this is absolutely for some bad news. I can't actually spawn for some trains. So, this is not gonna be the first of this time as well. So, I'll be spawning for one of the trains. If we're gonna be searching around here for this one, this is not gonna be letting me driving of this trains. So, let's scroll down all the way for this one of a smaller trains or some kind of the vintage trains. So, I'm not absolutely spawning for the U series or like that one, so I'm unable to spawn for some trains for that time. So this is not what I just going to do for just a little bit of working for this time as well. So I'll be spawning for a GP40. I'm gonna be spawning the SD40. So that doesn't gonna be making any sense around here. It's morning around here to start our day, and looks like this is absolutely for some sort of a little bit of bad news around here for this. So there must be for some rail cars. I can't able to steal some trains, but there must be background music around here for this thing when you start the game around here for just like this. Alright, I'm gonna get around here to spawn with some freight. And it looks like this is not going to get around here. So, let's do a randomizer for 10 freight cars. Alright, let's just going to be spawning a caboose enabled and spawn for some bigger trains. Just like that is going to be something even more bigger that I just never going to thought around here. So without further ado, let's go into spawn some trains and we're going to take on a ride for just like that overall. So a huge amount of rail cars have that I just completely spawned like anything around here for to do this as well. So total amount of these cars is going to be totally a lot of them as well. So I was so far ahead back into this thing as well. And the bad news is I can't able to spawn some trains. This is actually a little bit bad that I just not going to actually spawn around here. So if I gotta click around here by using the mouse cruiser, it won't be letting me spawn as well, so you require for group. So this doesn't absolutely going to be added with some trains. So I'm probably going to spawn a Norfolk and a Western locomotive. Oh no, this sounds like a bad news. This is absolutely for Game Pass locomotives for this one. So the locomotive spawners that I actually going to be added that I'm not very sure. I gotta be driving for this one. And it does actually work. Alright, there must be 2 locomotives. I don't really think that I was dumb, but add spawning for any kinds of locomotives that I eventually want. And there's probably for some of these horns for somewhere. So I'm going to give myself for a little bit of work. No brakes. I'm going to release the brakes, and I'm turning on the lights into one thing. So I'm very not sure. I didn't absolutely couple the locomotive for this time as well, so I absolutely going to turn all the way for myself off for this time as well. I'm gonna be coupling everything around here before we're gonna end up this video soon. And once everything checked around here for this entire locomotive, I would not able to say that I shouldn't able to start around here for one of these two diesel locomotives for around here to say around here. So I have decided to turn off the engine around here because I can't see and anything like that, because I'm totally stuck and I causing this train to derail. So I would not actually go to teleport for it by itself, but this is not actually going to be that a little bit good, I guess. So I'm going to head around here into another locomotive for this one. So I better start one of these engines over here, so everything is absolutely coupled up, and we're going to roll all the way itself onto the night. So I can't wait that we're going to drive for this train for this a little bit for that thing. So I will not able to use any cameras for round of this train. So looks like this isn't going to be for the reverser, but I would not actually going to be using for other bells. So I definitely jumping out of this for this one. So there were two bells ringing around here on the train. So it was already night, and we're absolutely begin to roll. So before I'll end up this video, I'll depart anyway around here for this one. So I thankfully this will be actually going to end of this video. Let's push away for this a little bit forward and release the brakes and lift off the throttle. And here we go around here on this full throttle around here. So I'm gonna give ourselves a go, but looks like we're gonna be running all the way around for maximum gear. So it's time to fly all the way here for this one, because this doesn't able to load anything so much one thing. And so the train has begun to roll on. So I absolutely reducing for the acceleration of the locomotive. So I just eventually started to move the locomotive instead of the game passes. So look at my frames per second. It's getting even more better that I just not able to guess. So as I move this train all the way forward, so hopefully the train is absolutely a little bit louder that I just not going to guess around here. If I'm going to lift the horn for just like that time as well, let's hear this once again, that I'm going to totally hearing this. And so the train is going to be a little bit moving on for around here. Once we get out of the yard, we'll end of this video for probably sure. The link is going to be in description down below to play this game. And so you can actually start it to drive trains around the map. And of course, even for the acceleration, should actually not going to be rapidly going to rocket it high for just about of this thing as well. The speed should actually going to climb up as fast as possible. So I won't be able to be climb up for some more speed for just like this. And so we're about to lose acceleration around of this one. And so I'm going to climb up acceleration for this one. So I'm not actually sure that I just added 25 freight trains. Oh geez, this is not good. This is not looking good. I gotta stop the train. So this is not absolutely looking good around here for that. I forgot to switch the lanes. Uh-oh, this is not good. I have caused derail the train. Oh my god, sounds like a bad news. Hopefully, this is absolutely to the end of this video, but we made for a terrible accident around here for this train. So that sounds like a bad news that I just totally forgot to stop the train for just a little bit for one thing. And the entire train was derailed, and so on. That will be the end of this video. So, if you're gonna be trying to play for this game, you're gonna look it around into the description below. You have required to be at 5 years old at age. If you're gonna be signing in to Roblox, you have to verify your age, and you have decided to play for this game, of course, if you're a rail fanner, and try to play for this game for pretty sure as well. So, thanks for watching for this video, as for always as well. I'll be see you rail fanners all later, and I'll talk to you for probably that I just tried to do this as well. And it was raining again as well. So, thanks for watching, that I'm probably very sure, and I'm going to be signing off in the flesh.